Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with Coach Heupel before the game, this conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Bringing it back. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Just seconds into this game, we already have a turnover and haven't even snapped one from scrimmage. Great place to start for this offense. Driving forward, it's Croma. Wrestled down at that 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to the well. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They're all over him. And he never had a chance.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Dead center perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Drills him with the stiff arm. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Running inside. It's Gordon. Looking for room at the 40. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
On the ground, it's Gordon. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut! And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Vols have their offense in high gear.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
The play fake. Open on the right side, that's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tight wind now in motion. Pulls it on the option. There's a... And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
It's what makes this offense so hard to stop. When you've got an athletic quarterback, you got to worry about him in the running game. And there on the option, he makes the right decision, keeping it, and he caps off the opening drive of the game with a TD.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Defense all over him.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The give on 4. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
I like the call. You're so close to midfield. If you don't get it, it's not the end of the world.
Do you like that they kept it on the ground and not just because it was successful?
Yeah, I think a lot of coaches tend to overthink it. And I just think you keep it on the ground, keep it simple, something you've been running since day one, and you know in short yardage situations, you do really well.
The Rebels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Taylor wants to throw. Snags it over the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The run inside. It's Gordon. Into a massive giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Snags it, and there's running room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Left side is Smith. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Straight ahead, it's Gordon. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. They picked the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Rebels offense is back on the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Takes the handoff. It's Croma. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Out wide left, it's Alexander. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Right side, it's Hussein. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
2nd down to the air. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2. And the ball's in the hurry-up. Pulls it. There he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. They'll move the tight end. Pulls it again on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Tennessee! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Taylor wants to throw it. Reels it in. Makes a catch but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Making the adjustment on the play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Got a man, it's Odom. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Swings it out to his running back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. Jumped on top of the pile.
And I love linebackers, man. They just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Hits inside. It's Gordon. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Volunteers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads it left. It's dropped after taking the hit.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Left side is Odom. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Looking to throw on 3rd. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Nestles it in at the 35. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Arizona Wildcats.
He'll bring it out. It's Hussein. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Guys, I caught up with Coach Heupel at the half. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. They want to run this quarterback. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run, and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Nowhere to go.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Out wide right, it's Cook. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. There he goes to the right. Touchdown ball! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Using his legs, it's Croma. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. At the 35, he's loose. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's Croma. Turning it on. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. The give to the left. Looking for a crease. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, pressure's coming. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line.
He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Deep in the end zone, it's Dotson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gordon. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
And just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Rolls right. Throwing on the run. Makes a grab for a big play. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads in the nick of time.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Right on target this time.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rebels. Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolute...
And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
From the gun, it's Gordon. Breaks into the open. The 50. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the third period and will carry that one into the fourth. After 3 periods of play, and these two running backs have gone head-to-head. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Tells the run, wants to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. He lets one fly deep. He's got it way down the field. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Gordon. Touchdown, Volunteers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he makes the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Taylor wants to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first. Under pressure. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes a connection. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to pass. Look out! And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Oh, man, and that's a big interception late in this game. And listen, I know you're trying to go vertical with the 4 verts, but so did the defense. Great job staying deep, playing the football in the air, and forcing the ginormous turnover.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Looks it in. He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? So the defense trying to protect the lead, but they could also put a punctuation mark on this thing and end it with a big turnover. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the right. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Long way to go on second down. Give to the running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, a minute 55 remaining.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Makes the grab. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Vols getting set on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Beal. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Hand off from the shotgun. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Taylor wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Here's a throw downfield late. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And so far today, man, both offenses have been so good. Like, putting up points, being productive. Now in a big moment, man, the defense has a chance to step up. Nice job batting the football down. A couple more opportunities to make some plays and maybe win this football game.
Rush is on. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that one.
Looking to take a shot. And he throws another interception. He'll try to take it back. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the